we have a new word, and the new word is similar. And what we're going to talk about is things that are similar. And in fact, we're talking about similar polygons. And I'll give you an example. Suppose you have two squares, one little one, one big one. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar. And they're similar because basically they are the same, they have the same shape. Not necessarily the same size. They could have the same size, but they don't have to. So these are similar. And what we can say about them is that if you notice, they're similar because all the pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. So that's one good thing. The other thing is that I could talk about a ratio here of the sides. So if this side is 1 and this side is 5, then the ratio of this side to this side is also going to be 1 to 5. So the ratio of the sides is a constant. It doesn't matter what pair of sides we're taking. Here's another pair of similar figures. I might say something like that, and I'm going to eyeball something like that. Now, you know that these are similar because the angles are all right angles. And I might say the ratio of this side to this side is 1 to 2. So that if I was going to find this side might be 4, and then this side would have to be 8. So you'll notice no matter which pair of corresponding sides I take, the ratio is always going to be 1 to 2. And that, in fact, is the real definition of similar polygons, that corresponding angles are congruent, corresponding sides are in proportion. So we could also have something that's not right angles, something like this. I'm going to try to draw these parallelograms, which is what they are, so that they're similar. And what has to happen is that this pair of angles, the pair of corresponding angles has to be congruent. So if this is 60 degrees, this is 60 degrees. If this is, which it is, 120 degrees, this has to be 120 degrees. And the other thing that has to happen is that corresponding sides have to be in proportion. So if I say this is, say, 1 and 4, and I know this side is 3, then this side has to be 12. So the ratio of sides is this side to this side, 1 to 3. This side to this side is 4 to 12, which reduces to 1 to 3. So corresponding angles are congruent, and corresponding sides are in proportion. And that, in fact, is our definition. Corresponding angles are congruent, corresponding sides are in proportion. And what I would do right now, if I were you, is I would take out that sheet of definitions and I would write this down. This is the definition of similar polygons. So write that down.